Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey at Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we read on five energies daily as the daily duo. The five energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five stones in the garden. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. Please become members of our respective channels. We both offer physical goods in the physical world. All the information is below on our respective channels. We both also offer readings. So join us on this journey, on this tarot crystal journey, on this crystal tarot journey.
Yeah, and Jeffrey talked about it a couple days ago, but he now has a new feature where he goes in depth on one card, and you're starting with the major arcana in the right order, right?
Absolutely.
With different readers, other than me, I guess, seeing each other every day is more than enough. And that's really an intriguing way if you don't understand the cards or you want to get a deeper meaning. It's really good to see several perspectives on it. So
yeah, it's really interesting to hear other people's ideas and feelings about different cards, because sometimes it's like, oh, I never thought of it like that. Or sometimes, it'll maybe, you'll say, oh, no, I don't agree with that, which is good, because it's good to be able to say yes and to say no, so you can find your own place and understanding of it.
yeah, and some people use shape, form, color. Some people use the words that are on the cards. I mean,
right.
So, but nobody knows how to read the garden like I do. No one wants to come play in my garden. But if you buy a garden, I'm about to do a thing on buying the garden, and probably starting in June. And I'm going to be teaching another series of classes. Jeffrey knows how to read the garden because I taught him one Sunday. It doesn't take all that long if you play with it a little bit. So
es la verdad.
Yeah, and Jeffrey's learning Spanish too, which is something I should have learned. I've been where it is forever, but I never learned it. I have enough problems with English. Anyway, we're going on with the garden, and we're going to throw the stones. Oh, very elemental day.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's interesting you should say, because when you said it's a very elemental day, I looked at the cards yet again, and I have wands and cups. Wands and cups. So, wands and cups are, basically, even if before I even say anything, wands and cups are like, you're getting intuitive messages and you're doing something with them, right? And wands just in general are like, these are the things that get you out of bed in the morning. This is like, This is really exciting to me, and I really got to do it. For some people, it's like, oh, I'm going to make breakfast. So some people, it's going to be like, I'm cooking breakfast, right? Okay. So for body, you have a lot of opportunities ahead of you. You have a lot of options and a lot of kind of enthusiasm, right? And it's this expectation of having a good day. It's like, yeah, it's like, how sometimes you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, today's going to be a good day, and I'm going to accomplish this, and I'm going to go da. That's the kind of day this is. Body, mind is getting a lot of little hits, and so you're going to do something that's exciting to you. And then as you're doing it, it's like, this feels really good. I really like doing this, and I feel like I'm in the flow. I really feel like I'm in the flow of it, or I'm beginning to feel like I'm in the flow of it. And I'm allowing that energy to, to come in, so interesting. How, like when you go on vacation, let's say you go on vacation for a week or something, and it always takes you a day or two to like say, oh, I'm in a different time zone. Oh, I could be relaxed. Oh, it kind of takes time. This is like, you go on vacation. This is what I'm feeling. You go on vacation to, say, the beach. Well, he's on the beach. And it's like, you're really excited. I'm feeling this excitement today. Body, mind, whoops. Spirit says, yeah, I'm following my intuition. I'm following where I want to be. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what makes me satisfied. I'm doing and I'm going after what makes me satisfied. That's what I'm getting. Body, mind, spirit. Grounding is, I mean, I know it's a 10, but it, it's almost like, because I have all these other cards, what I'm doing is really very challenging, but I'm really into it and I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm getting
Mhm.
dirty and I'm really enjoying getting dirty, doing what I need to do because it brings me satisfaction.
Mhm.
And then I get this page, who's been coming up quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
So since he's been coming up quite a bit, I feel like, you know, maybe there are a lot of people who watch this regularly who are really getting these new ideas. It's like, oh, I could open this kind of business. I could start playing this kind of instrument. I could, I feel like there's this energy. It's almost like this youthful enthusiasm
Mhm.
for doing something that maybe you hadn't thought of in the past, or maybe something that you put on hold, or that, it's really calling you. It's like, yeah, I think I can do this, and I'm going to really actually go forward and do something that's really creative and fun, and that oh, I always wanted to bake and now I'm learning how to bake. I always wanted to learn how to row, and I watch Nancy, Jean, and Jeffrey every day, and I'm learning more about Tarot, and I think I'm going to call my friends and say, I'm going to give you a reading,
Mhm.
or like that. I feel like
Yeah.
that. That's the whole energy, because I have two pages, and this one especially has been coming up a lot.
Mhm.
So maybe there's this new energy with a lot of people, just in general, not just for today, of like, yeah, it's been calling me, and it's like, I'm finally going to start that garden in my yard. I'm finally going to do whatever it is that you want to do. That's what I'm getting. I know I went a lot today, but
That's okay. What I'm starting because this is in the heart, and the heart is the entry to the garden. And it says, Spirit's making your heart come alive, but it's also having to tear itself away from some false ideas that it's had. So it's
hmm,
removing false ideas you've had. And when when you feel like your spirit's not aligned with the situation, this
that's
is
what this
saying
is.
both things, that your heart, it's opening your heart and you're feeling really good about it, but there's something dragging it back. And I think because of how I see this running the other stones, um, your heart's letting go of some false ideas,
Hmm,
and it's beginning to express and open up through your heart chakra. So today's the day to breathe through your heart. When you breathe in, think of it not just filling up your lungs, but filling up your heart
hmm,
and making things move, because our mind is between earth and fire. And in fire, it says, do not become too, this follows as false thoughts. Do not become too tied to ideas of the past. Like we keep seeing, you're starting something new. It may be something, oh, well, other people can do that, but I can't. Well, yes, you can. You got to go
hmm,
ahead and try it. And it's emerging. It's
hmm,
coming out. Final thoughts of the situation are beginning to come forward and help you. And your clarity is also in fire. And when it's in fire, it means use the ideas that you carry out in from the past. And that past can be this life, or it may be an old karmic skill you had that you just have not, you suppressed and haven't used. But
hmm,
those are going to be coming forward and waking up, because your values are saying that um, right now, um, the way you're changing right now is setting up fundamentally new long-term patterns. We've had this several times in the last couple of weeks. There's something shifting around us all that's making us change our basic patterns and come to some new conclusions. And your body's here supporting that. And it's saying, it's helping you ground. And it's true. And when body hits true, the only answer, that is one word, it's yes.
hmm.
So these, you need to say yes to the things that are positive, and you can't ignore the negative, but you don't have to let it run your life. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So, and so let that little page lead you out. I mean, he's got his little wand, he's carrying it around. That's one you had, wasn't it? The page of
Yeah, yeah,
wands.
yeah. Well, I also have the Page of Cups as well.
Okay. Both
Yeah.
those little pages are when I first learned tarot, I learned that The queen decides what the idea should be, then she convinces the king to make sure it happens. So the power behind the throne. And then the king sends the knights out to declare it broadly to the kingdom.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And but the pages are the ones that are like the town crier, and they
right.
also spread the message, but they don't spread it in as grandiose a way as the knights. So the pages are good little messengers, and so it's time to let your good little messenger out.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Lovely day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Blessings.